Hey there, welcome to an Elite Dangerous stream. I've not streamed for a little while, which has been life. I've got a new copy of an update to OBS, so we'll give it a go today, just to see how it performs. We are building a base for a change. But we're kind of doing it in a Type 8, and we're going to visit most of the stations that's forming the current links to the Witch Head Nebula, which we're kind of calling the Witch Head Trail at the moment. And I'm docked at Goddard Town, which was one of the systems that we made. I think this was architected by Artstar or Starcat, maybe. Artstar. And it's one of the sources of insulating membranes in the hold, along with polymers. I've dropped my cargo capacity a little bit on the ship just to get a wee bit more range. Fly back to the current end of line. Way over here. This system we started after I logged in for the server tick. We had one kind of almost finished, and Phaser Ruddock finished it, I'm guessing, after the tick earlier today before I logged on. So, and at the moment, I think we'll be delivering titanium or some such. And so I'm just conducting a little experiment on the Type 8 just to have some easy flying. Because one of the positive things about the Python Mark II is it's a school ready ship, so it should make operations under SCO a bit less awkward. Although there is still the overall flight dynamics and performance and all that good stuff to think about when it comes to that ship. And yeah, the cargo capacity is still mildly disappointing. But we're getting close to the release date. I think if it stays on schedule, it'll be what, 12 days away? And we're building a system. We're aiming for a system that's just, I don't remember what it is, maybe 8-9 jumps away or something. Well, 8-9 colonization jumps away. Let's be clear, it's quite a nice system. And we're beginning to come up against our first Red X's on the route. There was one before that I missed because it was off of the beaten track for us. Many jumps to here, 6. And we think they're barnacle sites, although we've not checked, so we might go and have a look. The nebula's getting bigger in the screen as we're getting closer, which is cool. So the Witchhead Nebula is actually this blue purpley one here at the bottom. And this, the one that's kind of been backgrounding it is, what do you call it? The Running Man Nebula and various other ones. And there's a lot of permit lock space around about these things, so. But we're beginning to see the Witchhead one show itself a bit more as we're getting closer to it. I believe we may be under 400 light years from it now. I will have a check when I go into the galaxy map.
Frameshift drive charging.
So I've been doing some colonisation. I've not been streaming much because I've been only on of an evening. Good evening, Fraser. Good evening, boss. Come on. It's a joint venture, this now, buddy. It's a joint venture. So the one thing I've learned since we've kind of pooled our resources here is Fraser's got about 3 fleet carriers, I think. So filling them up takes a bit of time, and emptying them probably a little bit less time. But they're a godsend when it comes to colonisation, because you can kind of put a lot of the stock in you need repeatedly. And if we do our building right and build metal resources close at hand, then it saves the travel distances for restocking metals. And we don't always get it right though, and we haven't built a large metal supply for a little while. Just checking my fuel here. 3 jumps to go, should be alright. So at some point along the road, we're going to need to stop and build another. Yeah, I suppose we could call it a trade centre that supplies us steel and metals and technology goods and industrial materials. But what I'm doing now is I'm picking up some of the lesser industrial materials, which will hopefully save a minor restock and let us progress this bridge a wee bit further. Oh, 2 jumps.
Frameshift drive charging.
I've got this fuel right on the cusp. Yeah, the cutter's great for what it can carry, but I can't land at the wee stations where all the insulating membrane is now. So I'm kind of using the T8 for that, and I'm at the edge of the. This is kind of a. This is a good science because we're finding out what our jump range limitations are for carrying stuff. So we've got another couple of jumps yet. I'm just a slither of fuel to get the last 9 light years.
Frameshift drive charging.
I've been using Spanch to help me plot the courses, and I think it was 2 jumps ago. I had given the next system we were going to use, and when Fraser tried to jump it, he couldn't reach it. So I realised that I'd overestimated the jump range and redressed the balance. Then we found a colonisation tab on Spanch, which I'd used before, and it never, I don't know, it didn't seem optimised to me. So anyway, they may have done something with how it calculates now, because I redid my ship details for jump range and got the same star options on the colonisation Spanch option and the I can't remember what it's called, the global course finder thing. There's one of the tabs you put a ship build in for ED shipyards, and it lets you plot a course. But the thing is this station we're building now, the one it was suggesting after this is actually something we can't colonise. So we believe it's maybe a barnacle site. We'll go and have a look at that today. We went and buy another one as well, so if I get a chance, I'll maybe go and land at that as well. I've got the surface scanner on my Type 8 now, so I can go and have a look at planets properly when I'm reviewing systems on a cargo ship. I hate going somewhere and no bringing cargo, because bringing cargo for colonisation should be something you don't forget to do ever, because it's honestly the amount of stuff you need to carry. Yeah, so Judge Holdings that Phaser mentions is a base we built, and it was one of the ones I actually fucked up on because I put something on the ground I shouldn't have done. But we kept the metals there. I think we lost copper at it. We get copper at the other station in the same system. And the ground base we get PMM composites, but it was a large supply of insulating membranes we lost, so it's been a bit of a loss really, that. So yeah. But so we lost polymers and we lost liquid oxygen and we lost insulating membranes, which that was a bad mistake really. So we're going to have to try and build that station close to the point we're aiming for, because we're reaching our we're not reaching our lines of limit with the fleet carriers. We've got a lot of range in the fleet carriers. Let me dock here and I'll see how far away we are from the nebula. I've been using NV with the Witch Head Engineer is. It's as good a reference I guess as any, but I don't think that's where we're going to end up if we ever break into the nebula. But to break into the nebula, we're going to need Frontier to do us a favour and increase the colonisation range. I don't think we're going to make it with what it is. Just finished titanium and the feet's going up till tomorrow. I hope you remember to stamp your timesheet on the way out. Ah, thanks for watching, buddy. I appreciate that. So I'll get a list of what's outstanding. Look, I'm too close to the surface, so I need to give it a wee kick in the arse here just to get closer. So I'm going to. I can't remember what it was I said to you earlier today. I'm pretty sure I said I'd pick up the littler things on the Type 8 and use steel as a kind of filler, so I wasn't going with half a cargo. And you were getting the other stuff, so we'll have a look and see where we are, and probably finish this base maybe tomorrow. Because it does take longer with the Type 8, but it is a lot more pleasant to fly. And there's something in good flying. Well, I think, anyway. Ooh. Oh, okay. I've got my wee script running, so... Oh, I need to put that on the screen. How do I do that again?
Docking request granted.
Let's see if this appears.
Landing gear deployed.
Right.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Okay, so we're using a little bit of PowerShell to examine the logs just to see what we've got left, so that might not be quite in date, so let's have a look what it says we've got before we hand stuff in. Ah yeah, titanium no more. Okay, so I'm going to finish some of this stuff, polymers I think. So one of the questions that Fazer was asking me, I think it was last week or the week before, is what kind of money you make colonising, or do you make any money? So the thing is, the 25 million buy of the system, if you deliver everything on a little base, you will make a bit of profit. If you deliver the steel and the CMM composites and the titanium, you're definitely going to make a profit because they are the majority of the build. So this is a high-tech station I'm building just for a change. So we're at 38% of the process here, and I'll pretty much guarantee that most of that is the titanium that delivered. So the other big delivery here is the CMM composites and the steel. So I'm kind of dribbling stuff in as I pick it up. That's why steel's where it is. I've just been plodding it in. Now, normally when I got water, I would just go in my cutter and pick it all up, but that's not an option today. So we're going to go to another system that we built. and it's kind of our current main pickup point. Hi there, Andy. Good afternoon to you. I hope you're well. He's probably using a there's a database that was posted on Mekin's guide, which is it shows you all the different stations and stuff, and you can simulate building a system on each spreadsheet page. But I'll have it if you send us a DM with that link, I'll have a look and see if it's something I've not seen before. Because having a way to simulate this would be really handy for when we get to where we're going. Interactive is definitely something I've not seen. That's really cool. Yes, send us a DM and I'll add it to the bottom of the video description. I've not really been watching much streaming. I've been watching movies and and I've actually been reading a lot about the enshittification stuff that's been online, which has caught my attention. The don't what is it? Don't spoil games or don't ruin games campaign, and the fact that you don't actually own digital content that you buy online now. So there's something to be said for the old days, when you got a box with a disc in it and a manual sometimes. I think the younger generations are beginning to realise that actually owning things wasn't a bad thing. I would imagine Brother Sab's probably put a link to what it is. I'll have a look. I'll have a look at his stream. No, don't worry yourself about it, mate. I'll have a look and we'll have a see what it is and we'll have a play with it. But something that's interactive and can let you experiment with builds is fantastic. Especially if it goes to the depths of knowing what's going to happen based on the kind of planets it's surrounding. And if it's even 60-70% right, it would be a good tool, you know. That kind of stuff's ingrained in my head now, though. I've been doing it that long, so which is sad, I know, but so insulating membranes, I've added some, so that number's good in. So let me refresh this. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go to our big place, and that's one of my bases. So I should be able to go to it easy enough because I've got a list of everything I've all the colonies I've got. This is getting stupidly large, don't you think? Ah. So the one that's on this bridge is this one. And I've got two things more to build here, and then I'm going to get some money off of what we're buying. So I mean to do that, and I'm too busy not. So let's see how far away this is, because this is going to be far away. Look, I don't have enough fuel, but I probably need to buy some. I was out of fuel, so. So on the Type 8, it's 3 jumps away. And that's because I've kind of boosted its range. I've got about 50 light years with any cargo in it. So but I don't know what the Panther Clipper's going to do. I'm hoping we get to see some of the partners actually test this fucker when it comes out on the beta, if they do. We'll get to see some of the jump. I'll have many questions for the partners that I know. so they can test it as a whole. I maybe have to apologise in advance to any partners. I know that I'm going to be a fucking pain in the ass, but you have been warned. I'd be disappointed if they don't test it as a hauler, because it's meant to be a fucking hauler, so. Anyway, let's go and get water. And what else can we get when we're there? 66 food cartridges. So we might have to go to 2 bases here.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
I still think it would be cool if we could get articulated cargo things on the back of our ships. And make a wee trainer. Like an articulated lorry. That'd be cool. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's really tempting to jump. We're going to jump right here.
Frameshift drive charging.
We're going to scrape the ship by the planet. Just a little. So I might in the middle of this stream, once I've kind of fed up with my delivery and stuff, I might swap to No Man's Sky, because I've been plodding about in it doing some capital ship module farming and that kind of malarkey. We might end the stream with a little bit of No Man's Sky. But we'll see how we feel, because I kind of had my dinner a wee bit earlier the night, but I'll get hungry later, so. Oh, hang on. I'll get a look at it, bud. Don't worry. I like the fact somebody's had the brains to simulate that and try and that's kind of cool.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, so I'm trying. I need to move my wee screen here, because it's on the wrong side of the covering the chat when he's talking, so I can shift it. Right. I wasn't sure if it would be better getting extra jump range or a fuel scoop, so I went with the Guardian thingy. I did some posts in Frontier forums as well about the Panther Clipper, and I've had some replies for folk, and I've had some, comments and the usual stuff. And not many of them have been flaming, which has been kind of good. But unfortunately, I had a little bit of a issue with my email, so in the Frontier forums telling me it can't communicate with my email, but it is, because it's sending me messages to say that somebody's posted and stuff like that. So I don't honestly know what's going on there. The cynic in me would think I've been silenced for complaining about the Panther Clipper Mark II, but I know that's not what happened, so. But never let the truth spoil a good story, you know. So if anybody from Frontier happens to be looking at noob streamers in the passing, when you have a word with your forum people and tell them mine's is no Cosmic Drifters isn't working.
Frameshift drive charging.
So this system is one we spent a bit of time on. Because it was going to be, and it probably will be for a while, a pick-up point for our fleet carriers. Other than going back to the Trailblazer ship or anything we've got in the bubble that supplies us stuff. Because it's quite far along this bridge, and the ports to get the stuff we need are large landing ports. There's a couple of small ones as well, but they're all large here. So Judge Holdings is the one that's got all the metal. Auger Base is the one that's got the CMMs. But I'm needing water, so I think I get that. I think I maybe get that over here. The other thing that happened. The other thing that happened the last time I streamed was Frontier announced that they've increased the price for large ships, the pre-buy release, early release stuff. So what is it? 38,000 arcs for the Stellar and 19,020 for the council version of the Panther Clipper. So I don't think that arcs increase has come as a surprise to anybody. Although it has been interesting to read people asking why is the cost of a medium ship and a small ship the same. Which is probably a valid point if you think about it. So I don't know, maybe they'll have a sale value for the Cobra. The Cobra Mark V. Because I think it's the only small ship they've done with arcs, isn't it? Python Mark II was medium. Type 8, which is the one I'm in, was medium. The Mandalay was medium, and the Corsair was medium. So yeah. So the Cobra Mark V has been overcharged for. I suppose that's what happens when you've got a good name brand on it. Get away with that kind of shit. What else was I watching? I was watching a little bit of Yamix. He's the first guy I heard using the word in shitification, but which is a great word, and I love it. Such a good word. And he was ranting about his pay-to-win stuff again, that's his shtick, I guess. I really can't get as hot under the collar about it as he does. I do agree though that they need to be really careful with this kind of stuff. No spoil games. And I mentioned No Man's Sky earlier, and I don't actually think that's got any in-game purchases at all. That game's brilliant. So if other companies are watch Hello Games because they're doing it right for the players, I would think that's a fair comment. So it is kind of frustrating no being in a hauler able to pick up what I need, right? I'm not going to lie. But unfortunately, I had to drop the capacity to fit the Guardian FSD booster. So we're down 16 ton because of that. So a song, 16 ton. So let's see if I've come to the right place, because I'm not exactly sure now that I'm here if I have. Let's look. I want water, right? Say we're here in the right bit. Yay! So we're actually needing food cartridges as well, so that's convenient. So we'll get both of them. So we need 66 of them. And we need 756 of this, but we'll get 318 now.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
We might need another couple of minutes. What else have we got here? No, if we've got anything else. Get the beer and tobacco and wine here, guys. This is the off license of this system. So don't really need to pick anything else up here other than water. So and if I look at the map, right, you can kind of get an idea of what's in the other bases. Sometimes it's better doing it for the map. So if I go into the commodities branch and I go to industrial materials, I can't get any ceramic composites there, but I can get CMMs. I know that that's there, and I can get polymers and that. Does it? Yeah. You can use your in-game tools to find stuff if you've been to the stations before. I can also get superconductors, that wee one. I don't know. Get polymers in it. This system I can't. But we've done it. Have we got any polymers left? Yeah, we need 66 polymers. So we'll head back to the. Oh, turn that off. We'll head back to the point of construction. And we'll make sure we get enough fuel first. We're 4 jumps away, so should make it back okay.
Landing gear retracted.
Detach confirmed. Departure authorized.
Departure authorized. It's pretty good that the Elite Dangerous community has been making the added tools to help with colonisation, because it sure does need as much help as it can, because it can be a dangerous and frustrating process if you're not getting anything helping you or a wee bit of guidance. What else was I hearing? I was advised that Mechan's going to try and turn a Panther Clipper into a Hydra fighter,
Safe trip, Commander.
and he's going to risk, I don't know, 8 billion's worth of commodities in the process. So we wish him well with that fight. That'll be good to watch. We admire the skill of these pilots when they do this stuff, so. Even if it is a little cocky putting the old good commodities in the hole when he does it. So. But it is a hauler, so that's what the Panther Clipper's for. I wonder if it'll be so tightly built out that its cargo capacities just that amount. I don't know. We've got to buy one of these fuckers and fit it with extra fuel tanks and see how far it can go though.
Temperature critical.
What kind of range would that have? Because it's going to have the super compressed fuel tanks as well, innit? The extra space ones. How does that work? How do you put 50% extra fuel into a pint glass? You can get a pint and a half in it. How does that work? I don't know. I don't understand why Frontier just didn't go to the class 9 cargo rack and be done with it instead of all this fucking about, really. Alright, it's a brand new module, and I don't understand why they didn't fit a class 8 FSD on the bastard as well. It's a fucking big ship. And the fact that they're charging more for big ships, does that kind of give us an indication that the next 2 ships coming to the game are going to be big ones as well?
Frameshift drive charging.
I would like us to be able to control a fleet. That'd be cool. How can we not be like the multiple NPCs that's cutting about there and have a couple of crew members flying a ship beside us? Be fun.
Frameshift drive charging. Temperature critical.
There's a nebula. I was going the wrong way there.
Frameshift drive charging.
Barnard's Loop, that's the name of the big red thing. I couldn't remember the name of it earlier. I knew it would come to me. Yeah, the big red bit is Barnard's Loop. I don't know what the eye in the middle is. That might be the Horsehead Nebula, maybe? There's the Flame Nebula in there as well. And in front of the whole lot of that is the Witchhead Nebula. I think the Orion Nebula's cutting about round about that area as well. Or maybe it's a bit further along. I think the Orion Nebula's where Distant Worlds 3 is meant to be starting next year as well. The response of the SCO ships is on break-ins, the difference, I think. Breaking in space, that sounds ridiculous. You know what I mean, though? The cutter, you have to kill the thrust quite early on, so you kinda... How you slow down, I don't know, because you're in space, but you kinda slow down for some reason. The collapsing of the frame shift field or some bollocks, I don't know. Space friction slows you down, alright? Space friction, that's what that is. What I've noticed with the little bases that give you insulating membranes, unless you've got some support stuff, strong linking with them, they don't produce it very much, and they don't produce it back very quick, so they're kind of good for building a base as a one-off. And it saves you having to go back to the Trailblazers for one thing.
Docking request granted.
Kazuaki Horizons. These all sound Japanese to me, these names. Kazuaki. Sounds like a motorbike, doesn't it? Yamazaki was one. Was that one the other day?
Lighting gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Right, where are we at? Where are we at? Boot cartridges. Refresh the scanner. There we go. Right, so we're needing some more polymers. And we're needing some more liquid oxygen. So this time we're going to go to somewhere which people wouldn't normally go to. We had a bridge that we had to build, and we were really in need of insulating membranes because I had messed up. So we took a step back from where we were, because we'd built the bridges to there, to there, here. And then I noticed this system as I was passing it, and I pointed it out to Fraser, and he built a base, but it was an awkward one because the base was a fair distance away from the end point. And it's a little base, and it's 140 light seconds. So normally people will no go here because it's too far away. So let's dissuade people of that notion now, shall we?
Ship raised.
In a
Engines
Type
engaged.
8, or probably pretty much any other low capable ship, this is not a problem to do. When the Panther, sorry, when the Python Mark II came out, Andy spent a bit of time turning the first one of them he made into an exploration ship. And it was that ship that really made us realise how game-changing the SCO drive was going to be. Because the burn rate of fuel and the heat generation in the original ships was nothing short of spectacular. But the smoothness of the run on the Python Mark II, and its fuel economy and speed and heat control were just brilliant. And they've kind of got better every ship we have. So I don't think I've built this Type 8 particularly well. It was a little bit of a rush job, really.
Temperature critical.
And going this kind of distance isn't common, I wouldn't say. When you've got something at a base that's far away, you need a godsend.
Frameshift drive charging.
And I don't think when we initially built this base we got insulating membranes out the box. If I remember right, we had to build something on the ground. So I promised Fraser I'd build it if he planted it, because it was too far away.
Temperature critical.
Oh, tum 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 tum.
Frameshift drive charging.
So I've kind of roughly just timed this, right? I've not actually bothered timing it properly. I can't fuel scoop here, right? Because I don't have one. And I'm 140, what's that? 148,000 light seconds away. So once we get out the gravity well of the star, we'll go. Let's start at 30 seconds. Go. Maybe we was at the starting blocks a wee bit fast there. I'm sure you'll forgive me. So we started at 40 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. I don't have any heat sinks, so I have to stop midway through or I'll overheat. So I let it go to 100% and then stop it. And then I cool down. And as soon as the Super Cruise overcharged wee blue line disappears, hit it again. What's that we're in? A minute and 20. A minute, coming up for a minute. Is that now? That's us been a minute now. I could do another tap to get a little bit faster, but that's a minute and a half now, and we're almost here. So the score drive's opened up places in the game that just weren't practical before, and it's just something we should always be thankful for. It's a great addition to the game. Bonnie tap it. It's held me up. Couple of minutes to get here is no bad, I don't think, considering its distance. But would you come here with a SCO drive? I doubt it very much. Don't think you'd entertain it at all. I've been here before already today, so there might not be a much of a stock back for insulating membranes. But that's fine, because I've come for something else as well.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
We've got 9. We've got 51 left, so take them. We want liquid oxygen. Take that. Oh. We need rather a lot of that.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Titanium's gone, but we're still needing 5,908 steel. And liquid oxygen's the only 2 things that we can get in this space thing. Yeah, it takes me right to the port, that one. Got 4 left and we've got fuel, so we're good.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
Or in the back of the planet.
Frame shift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Frame shift drive charging. Temperature critical.
Yamazaki, that's the one I was trying to remember. We'll go there next. Yamazaki Legacy and Sanufi, well, blah blah blah, right. No matter who builds it, we're building. Because of your extra carrier. So, like I said, Bezer's got 3 carriers on his alts, right? I've got 2, but one of my alts is he's back in the bubble, but his fleet carriers are way over in Colonia. And I ain't going to bring it back just for this. In fact, I'm leaving it there deliberately because I'm hoping at some point the colonisation lark gets opened up by Frontier to let us expand for Colonia. But there really has to be a few caveats about that, because the way things currently stand, colonisation is made for power play in the background sim. Everything's within a 20-30 light year range of everything else. So it means that starports, when they start getting controlled by the superpowers, will have influence on other systems and try to expand into them, and yeah, all sorts of shit's going to kick off when that starts to happen, I think. So I'm hoping that Frontier are going to do away with that limitation and let us go greater ranges than we can just now, because that'll mean that little pockets of colonies will expand, which don't need to worry about being interacted by the powers. They'll only be affected by the systems that are close by, and it means that you don't have to expand from a system that's already there. You could bring another couple of factions along for good measure and let that lot interact with each other. So that could be quite fun. And if somebody still wants to go 15 light years at a time to get there, to let the background sim do its thing and let the superpowers get there, then fair enough, but that's up to them. So part of the problem with colonisation now is we're building all these bridges to actually kind of get where we want to go. So I would have loved to have been able to just jump to the Witchhead Nebula and build a base there. That'd have been ideal. But sadly that wasn't allowed, which is a shame. I should be jumping. Sorry, I'm too busy talking.
Drive charging.
And the other caveat as well is when you change the current parameters to something different, you kind of change the challenges of colonisation. So just now the grind is because we've got so much stuff to deliver, because we've got so many bases to build to get anywhere. But that's offset by the fact that we've got local supplies kind of always relatively close at hand, especially if you've got a fleet carrier. Because we're only now beginning to get to... Are we even at fleet carrier range? I don't know. I can check though. But if you expand the range of a claim to something longer, then the length of time it takes to build a station, the initial station, actually starts to have some credence to it, because you have to go and get the materials you can't carry, because you can't build a Coriolis, and you definitely can't build an Orbis with one fleet carrier. You're not able to stack enough materials. You can barely just make the little stations.
Temperature critical.
But I think we're kind of only getting away with that because Phaser's got 3 carriers worth of shit in his hold. So at some point he's bringing one of the other carriers over and finishing off the CMMs or something like that we've not been able to pick up. So I would quite like to see them expand the claim range and give us that different challenge. Purely we've built enough for the background sim and for the powers to be entertaining themselves, capturing and stealing off each other. I don't know if there's a defined number of how many new systems there is, but it must be a lot. I mean, in the last couple of weeks, I think we've built something like 8, maybe 9 systems. This is our first one this week. It'll be finished tomorrow.
Temperature critical.
So when you dedicate yourself to the task, you can get it done. And we're helping ourselves out because we're only building wee bases. But there's the thing. What we're doing now is not going to be any good for the Panther Clipper, because it can't land here. It can't land at any of these bases we're building. So at some point when the Panther Clipper comes along, to get the benefit of it to both sides of the delivery and pick up part of the transport, you're going to need to build sources of supply. This is still in beta as well, so I'm pretty sure Frontier have thought a lot about this. Maybe when the beta goes away, that's when we'll start to see some exploration colonisation, which will be really cool. As for the Panther Clipper, I'm yet to be convinced. Yeah, I hope I'm wrong, but we'll find out, I guess, in the 22nd. I'm really disappointed with its cargo hauling capacity. Bitterly disappointed, I think is the best way I could describe it. I expected something better. There's the nebula over there. So what other shit was going on in Elite? So I do believe there's still a community goal on the go. At which some point this week I'll probably dip my toes in it again. Oh, there's one of Phaser's carriers there. I think I'd creeped into the top 75% in that, but I've not played it since the beginning of last week, so probably way down the pecking order again. And I was kind of wanting to build a Corsair for that. I just never got around to it. Too close to the planet here. Yamazaki Legacy. We'll go there next. I don't remember how far away it is. I like the name. Yamazaki's good. Uh-oh. I forgot to slow down. Got away with it. Hey.
Docking request granted.
Okay, so what's left? The ceramic composites we're going to need to pick up back at base. The CMM composites. Let me check my DMs. The CMM composites, we need to pick them up as well. The steel and the titanium. Another party's got them, if I'm looking at this right. And an overabundance of copper and aluminium as well. Did I gazump you in copper and aluminium? I'm sorry if I did. Okay. So there's a little bit of carrier topping up going to be needed by us because yeah, needing to get ceramic composites and M&Ms. The other stuff's already there. I don't know what that add-on is you're using, Phaser. I'll need to get a... Okay. I'll have a look at that tool then. That's kind of cool. What was I doing? I get my windows back the way they should. Medical diagnostic equipment. I'm thinking I've got that in my fleet carrier. So let's go and have a look at my fleet carrier. No, actually here, is it? It's back assist. Back where I left it. Right here. He moved it yet, so... Oh, wrong button.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
Let me just refresh this to make sure I'm... Ah, right, okay.
Scan detected.
I don't have any goodies to scan, guys. I'm just empty.
Frameshift drive charging.
So we're needing more water. We're needing... medical diagnostic equipments and polymers and locks. And ceramic composites. We did have, but we don't when I bolstered up the building a couple of times back. So the next large building we build has to try and provide us the insulating membranes and the ceramic composites. That would be really good. And polymers and water and liquid oxygen would be good as well. metals, obviously. I love the noise of the Type 8. It's a great engine.
Landing gear deployed.
Docking successful. Engines shutting down. Your ship has docked command.
Medical diagnostic equipment. There we go. 13. What composites we can get ready. So oh, we've got titanium as well. Oh, that's already gone. Right. Okay. So we'll get rid of these because we've got them. And then we're going to go and get the rest of the polymers and some more water, I think.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity. Landing gear retracted.
Ship has departed. Move clear of the landing pad.
Hey, Joe Freezy. Oh, 70, mate. I hope you're feeling well. How you doing? It's nice to see you. Thanks for saying hello.
Temperature critical.
Got a pirate on our tail. Bit of evasive maneuvers going on here. Oh, the Rosette Nebula was there. I was there during Horizons. That's a blast to the past. In fact, I was thinking I was there as well when fleet carriers first came out. Pretty sure I took a fleet carrier round about that area of space. It's a nice nebula, Rosette Nebula. Monkey Head, I don't think I got there. A cool name for a nebula, the Monkey Head Nebula. I like that.
Docking request granted.
Nebulas are fascinating things in space. They look really nice, and they've done them really well in Elite. I think the images they've made, even the ones that are procedurally generated, are pretty cool looking. My Type 8's a bit beaten up. No touched its paint up, I don't think, since I started colonised. Maybe once by mistake. A seasoned ship. That is.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
I can remember when that was new, Joe Freezy. It's the game. 10 years of the game has kind of went by in a blur. So, the last system that was constructed, let's go back there, because it's pretty close. And I don't remember what it was we got. But so the interesting thing here is, right, we're beginning to see red crosses, which means we can't colonize them. We can't colonize these worlds. So I never noticed that one, but we kind of went by that one. At least I don't remember noticing it. But the next one that the automatic plotting doodad gave us is another red cross. Can I see it? I can't see it because it's undiscovered and unclaimed yet. There we go. Where is it? Maybe that is it. That. Yeah, maybe that is it. So it's wanting us to go there next, but we can't put a colony there, so we're having to circumnavigate it with a bit of jiggery pokery. So we're going to go here, which I think we're going to be okay to reach. Or was it that one? No, that's too far. That one I think we're okay to reach, and then we're heading over here somewhere. So we'll be able to skip by that X. But I suspect it's what do you call them again? The bark things, but we'll need to check. Made $1 billion in 9 hours. Spent a lot in outfitting last week. I need to build a Corsair. We can buy the Corsairs for in-game credits now, so I wanted to build one of them. Not got around to it yet. So we'll go back here to the system that was here. And the base that was built here is sorry, that's the one we're building. No, we want to go here. And the base is here. Go to this bit. The most recently completed. I think it's still to be spun up, so we kind of missed finishing it before the tick yesterday, but we'd done enough at that point. That was a bonus. Contrary to what some people say, I'm not a slave driver. Oh, I was going to look at the CG, wasn't I? The current status of it's this. I'm still in it. According to this, I'm still in the top 75. Well, it's no made tier 2 yet, so these are hard. They're hard combat ones, these ones. I'm going to put a wee bit more effort into that. If I can get a Corsair built to do something, that would be fun. A new ship to fly and stuff. Still have an outpost called Ricardo's Hub to finish. Oh, you were building that a while ago. Yeah, I think I've got a couple that I never done because I moved on to fill out the bridge. There was one system I kind of finished, although I need to put some stuff in to get universal cartography on some of the bases. I can't remember what I need to build. A Cobb station, I think, or something like that. I don't remember. And I've got another system with 2 more things to build to get it to 10, so. That might be a wee bit later on down the road we do that, because we're kinda, I've got our hands full with what we're building now. Not just the building, the restocking the carriers and the emptying them, and then sometimes I'm getting change. Well, the Red X being directed towards a Red X is a part of your court thing for the tools. Would have been a bit unfortunate if I'd no noticed it and it led us up a dead end. I think FaZe had finished this one this morning. Or this afternoon, just after the server's tick was finished. Either that or it's just no spun up because we were too late and missed it.
Docking request granted.
Yeah, let him know about it. He'll be delighted with the name.
Landing gear deployed. Docking successful.
I think I've got a note of that system in my bookmarks. Let's see. I think I have a note of that one, unless it's another one. I think I've been here before. Well, that's a wee while to think about it. There you go. There it is. Oh, look. A wee platform base, is it? Oh, is that an orbital? Is it an orbital facility though? No a station. Looks to me like it's a little one. Don't see any M&Ms unless they've been finished. You've been biting away at this stuff though. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted. What am I here for? An outpost. Oh, you've done some of it then. You built a fair bit of it. Um Oh, 15. We're gonna get them. Liquid oxygen. Uh-oh.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Oh, there's 10 left. Look.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Don't think I've looked once other than my invasion for the pirate. That's pretty good. And that's, one of the benefits of having a SCO-capable ship. It makes a hell of a difference, really. Maybe no SCO-capable is not the right term. SCO... designed? I don't know the right term. Oh, I forgot to slow down. Oops. A wee bump there. A wee bump. That's what I get for trying to take some pictures when I should have been landing the ship. Ooh, the wee done, look. So, I'm gonna go and get a coffee. Time for coffee if I'm crashing the ship, I feel. And there's what we've kinda got outstanding. Let's get some coffee and we'll be back shortly. Alright, we're back. Let's see. Back in the... Where the hell were we now? So... Had we sold stuff? We had. So we're now sitting... with a coffee. And we're looking at this list of stuff. We've 27 insulating membranes left, so I'm going to go back to where I started the stream. Hopefully they've replenished enough to let us go there.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
Our liquid oxygen quantity is down to our cutter's level of capacity, which is cool. And if we could get that doing another 300 or so, probably get it in water in a single run. But most of the other stuff is
Frameshift drive charging.
did refuel, we're good to go before jumps.
Temperature critical.
The asteroid base in Rosette Nebula, that does ring a bell. I can't remember if it was always there though, or it was something that was built, or... Surely nobody's colonised that far out already, really? I think if I remember right, when Odyssey landed in Elite Dangerous, I was cataloguing a load of stars that were an anomaly because of the mass of the solar pods, with loads of stars all in a straight line. Oh, we've had a noise. What the hell was that? Casida Rose has followed on Twitch. Thank you so much for the follow, Casida. I really appreciate that. The noise scared the living hell out of me right enough, but... Oh, just when I'm relaxing with a coffee. I hope you're enjoying the stream. I'm just kind of mulling about in a Type 8 and doing the fat. Oh, it's been one that's been there for a while, okay. I see.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I'm covering something else I need to read now. Oh, right, okay, we're good. I've got everything I can see now. I need to get another monitor. Another monitor. I don't have enough eyes for monitors. It's no good. Oh, two red stars that close together. That's cool.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, warning, temperature critical. Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, God, that coffee's good.
3, 2,
It'd be a good cup of coffee. So we're going to go and dock at this place here because I think it has a potential for insulting membranes. And I've not been back at it for a little bit, so it maybe stopped up a wee bit more. It does kind of highlight the need for us to get a large supply of this stuff out here. Sooner rather than later. I only bought one packet of biscuits, and they're not going to be enough. So there's a few things of interest in this system, the one we built. So we get metals and stuff here, and we get insulating membranes here, but there's another ground base, which is kind of cool. Affectionately known as the hamburger facility, which isn't good because now I'm wanting a hamburger. Damn it.
Landing gear deployed.
And it has given us
Docking
Alright, yeah,
successful.
so-
Engines disengaged.
what you call stuff. Yeah, advanced catalyzers. Imagers. Resonating separators. Robotic. These are some good stuff for ground bases. I think it also gives us no, no. Technology. Okay. Yeah, some of that. So that a lot of that stuff's good for ground bases. That was one of the first places we built that got this kind of commodities, which was cool. I've ever been able to make. Maybe it was minerals it gave us. But it was a high-tech base, that one. Got us some ground materials. And the other place we built was an air flight one. Yeah. Pretty sure that gave us water. Uh-huh. We'll get some water when we're here. So let's see what we can get. We want to try and reduce that liquid oxygen number down a bit. Let's see. Insulating membranes. Yeah, we have got 27 of them here. Get them all. Cool. We can finish the polymers. Polymers. We could go get the water, or we could go and get this. It doesn't really matter, but 291. Will that be enough? That's what we're getting.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
So we know we can come back here for the water. There'll be enough water here. So let's take this back. I know that polymers is something I could never get in my bases. And I know that liquid oxygen is another grief as well, so as far away as that is, we can come back. Sorry, who's that writing to me? You will buy the Panther Clipper for arcs. FDev are making an effort. I've got all the other shirts. Yeah, I mean, I'm disappointed in the Panther Clipper, I'm not going to lie, but it's still got more capacity than what we can get in a Type 9 and a cutter. And it's going to be SCO capable, so flying it and getting to places far away quicker is going to be a lot easier with that large cargo capacity. So, but I just think it should have been more. I don't think we're going to. I think it's fraught with danger carrying tonnage in that thing that's maybe not shielded. So I was kind of hoping to get a ship that would have a bit of teeth, could protect our cargo. Would give us a bit more gameplay when we were doing the hauling. Because hauling, when you're just hauling all the time, be a wee bit boring. And it's really all you can do when you've got a shieldless ship. You've not got any shields or any protection. You're kind of... you're kind of stuck with just hauling for hauling's sake. So, but yeah, I'm disappointed a little bit in the Panther Clipper, but it is what it is. There's too many people who are too frightened to turn around and actually call it for what it is. It's a disappointing ship. Let's no kid on here. It could have been the legacy of the ship. It could have been so much better, and I don't think it was asking too much to have that ship carrying 1500s a ton, 1500s of tons of cargo and being protected and being armoured. Even if that meant its jump range was a bit naff. But we'll find out 12 days we'll find out on the 22nd when it's here. You'll not be the only one that's going to get it, mate. I'll probably get it myself because I've got the arcs in the bank, but I don't think it's worth buying. Hello there, Crusader. Thanks very much for the follow. I'm fine. How are you? Sorry, you just caught me when I was eating a biscuit there. Thanks for saying hello. You're more than welcome. Eric, I need to get back where I'm putting all this stuff. Way over here. And I've got a solid line, so we're not going to run out of fuel halfway there. We've got full fuel tanks, let's go. Team is going fine. I'm just chilling in my Type 8 and delivering stuff to the most recent base and what we're affectionately calling the Witchhead Trail, which is a bridge building exercise to get us to the Witchhead Nebula. And we're having a little bit of a moan about the up and coming Panther Clipper. What other games do I stream apart from Elite Dangerous? Well, I focus mostly on Elite Dangerous, but I'm also prone to doing the odd stream on No Man's Sky. Although I'm a bit of a noob with that game, so that I'm never too sure if I'm going to get through the content. I've been playing a lot of No Man's Sky with the Expeditions. So they release an Expedition. It's like a kind of new concept, if you like, for with a specific goal, specific achievements. It usually lasts about 4 weeks, so you can get it done quicker than that though. And I really enjoy what Hello Games have done to the game. I think it's fantastic. It's a bit more cartoony than Elite Dangerous, but as space games go, it's a lot of fun to play.
Frameshift drive charging.
If you look at my YouTube channel, there's a ton of streams and content, and I'm fairly new to Twitch, to be honest. I've no done a. Are you a streamer? Are you? Oh, schedule. Well, I tried to I tried to have a schedule, but real life is really quite unpredictable for me at the moment. So, I wouldn't be wanting to put a schedule up in case I let anybody down who was expecting me to do something. So I'm going to crash. Don't crash into the staff. Ah. So maybe when real life gets a little bit more predictable and less hectic, I'll maybe get on a schedule. But at the minute, I just kind of stream when I feel like it, and there's a lot of shit going on in Elite Dangerous, so it's kind of fun to talk about that in a haphazard manner, really. How long have I been into streaming? Wow. Oh, I don't know. I played Elite Dangerous for 9 years, and I got Restream about a year ago, I would think now, and I was doing it on YouTube a wee bit longer than that. So I'd need to look at my old content. I remember starting streaming when the fleet carriers were a thing. They come out. I think they're about 4 or 5 year old now, so probably about 5 years maybe. But it's been very casual, you know. I'm not one of these professional type hunters. I'm very amateurish for fun, to be honest. I'm closing in on 100 YouTube followers, so yeah, that's the wrong button. No, let's press that button. Run out of fuel.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, so no, I don't really bother with So I did a course in 3D design at college a few years ago, so I kind of do my own artwork and stuff like that. And it's kind of what I like to do. So as well as kind of streaming, I like to play with software like Blender and that kind of stuff. So I find more fun in making that kind of stuff myself, just as part of the deal. But that's a really, there's a lot of good free stuff floating about, you know, for streamers. But I think when you personalise something like this, you should try to personalise your stuff. So oh, nice, that's cool. You've got an art station. If you've got an art station, link it and I'll have a look. Don't know if I'll buy anything, but I don't mind having a look. No, I don't have a Discord, mate. But if you want to send us a Twitch message, that's fine. No, I don't do any of that social media stuff. Hey, getting onto Twitch and onto YouTube was an event in itself. I find the whole social media stuff to be very antisocial. I think the name's a real misnomer, so you know, I don't advertise myself on Instagram, and I don't advertise myself in any of that antisocial stuff. Nah, I don't have Twitter. I have Twitch and I have YouTube, and that's it. I know, Phaser, it's okay. I don't have any money to give, so don't bother me too long. If you've got an art station, I'll have a look at it. Just link an art station. You can send a link on Twitch. Yeah, so have I, mate. Like I say, most of my stuff I do myself, so. Right, where am I going? I'm back to deliver this stuff. You'll not find any of us on Twitter or any of that stuff, Cressida. So you're barking up the wrong tree here if you're looking for details of personal nature. They don't exist. What they call Twitter X now? Is that no X? Or is that a different fucking thing? I don't know. Anti-social media. I want nothing to do with it. Yeah. Yeah, I've never had any of that crap in my life. I don't really find my life that fucking interesting, truth be told, so why would you want to post it on that stuff?
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, you'll need to send it on a message. On Twitch. Because there's no any links in chat. Or else you just get spammed with nonsense. And if you're an artist, I would be surprised if you don't have ArtStation, so.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage.
Oh, not going where I want it to go.
3, 2, warning. Temperature critical.
Ooh, how many jumps have I got left? Get 2 to go and the fuel's Getting close.
Frameshift drive charging. Temperature critical. Frameshift drive charging.
Right, Fraser. So we're going to be handing in that stuff. Oh, that was poor timing, huh? And we're going to go get the water. Although I can kind of get that more closer at hand. And then I think everything else is kind of requiring a top-up of the fleet carrier. Yeah, I'll probably be done shortly. But, I've got to go back for the water. Yeah, I want it. And I think I probably went and got all the little stuff. Been good flying the Type 8. It's been having that yeah, it's been good. If the Panther Clipper flies anything like the like this, that'll be good. Maybe a little bit more heavy in the because it's carrying more, but yeah, that'll be fine.
Docking request granted. Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, 3 types of Type 8, so yeah. Maybe just under, depending on how much you want to protect it, but yeah. Can he land it at wee stations? So we have to build big stations, so it's a blessing in disguise, really. I mean, you can deliver it to any stations we're building, because all of them are large, but then you would be resorting to picking stuff up on a Type 8 and then delivering it on the... Your deliveries would be 3 times as quick as you're stocking up, but unless, of course, you keep going back to the Trailblazers and that. I maybe look at this from a mere exploration point of view, I think. Local to the bubble, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, the Type 8's cool, Joe Freevey, it really is. I like anything that's good under score. Eh, alright. I blog to it. So you went out in the piss with your daughter. Nice one, mate. You went to the big city as well. How far away is Manchester for you? That know a bit of a trek? The Manchester Bar. I remember that place with fond affection. At least until I ended up under the table. What was the name of that centre again? Oh, we went to some kind of computer. Eh, eh, the Trafford Centre. That was what we were close to. So it must have been in, I don't know where that is in Manchester. That's where we were. I don't even remember how we got there. I remember getting the train down to England, meeting up with a mate who lived near Liverpool, and then getting another train. And then after that, it's all a bit of a blur. That was a few years ago now, that. We're building another base in the Witch Head Trail, yeah. And we just had somebody trying to hard sell us some artwork there. I suppose everybody's got to make a living. They weren't nasty about it though, so that's cool. Eh, I'm trying to transfer that to the carrier. Right, it's here a day. That's right. Look, the liquid oxygen's down here. Can't quite make it, can I? Manchester's good for curry. Everywhere's good for curry. That's kind of cool. I hope it works, dude. It will be good. It works. Um. Um. Doing a bit of admin. Just give me a minute. Right, did I do it right? It didn't fucking work. Ah. Right, okay, thanks a lot, mate. Oh, the internet's a minefield. It's a minefield. Okay. Right, I forgot what the hell I was doing. I was going to get liquid oxygen and water. I think that's what I've got left, isn't it? But there's just not quite enough to get the whole lot, so... So this science station is now 47% complete, and we have got a little bit of ceramic composites, liquid oxygen and water to go. The majority of the base is made up of steel and CMM composites. So we'll need to finish it tomorrow. I can't think what else I was wanting to say about Elite Dangerous today. I think probably covered everything. Aye, I'm going to go and fill my carrier up, I think, next. Which is kind of boring. As I'm sure you guys know, having done it often enough. But before I do that, let's go and look at what this red X is, right? That's what we wanted. This is what we wanted to check out. So this damn X here isn't the first one we've come across, although it is the first one I've kind of noticed. So let's go there and see what it is that's meaning we can't colonise it. And I wonder why we can't colonise it. There's a high percentage chance that it's barnacles.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
I don't have any goods on my ship, so if I get destroyed... Yeah, they are. They're really interesting. Although normally it's Guardian sites, so it's definitely stuff that Frontier don't want us messing about with in the game. So let's have a look and see what this is. This is the second one we've kind of flown past. There's one further back that I only noticed earlier the day. I've got a note of that somewhere. I think I sent you that in a DM. So for science, I'm all for science. Aye.
drive charging.
Oh. Ooh. Probably a system we would want to expand on as well. Oh, come on, mouse. Play the game.
System scan.
There's only three bodies here. What the fuck is going on here? Why can we no expand here? There's nothing here, look. What gives? I've never seen this kind of system not be not being able to be colonized. What the hell's going on? That's weird. Am I in the right system? This is the X, isn't it? What is this system? What goes on? What's happening? There's nothing here. Why is this not... Why can't we colonize this? So this system, right, was... This system was rooted to from the... So there's nothing here to... There's not any planets, nothing. Why can we not colonize here? I wonder if it's a bug. Wow. $2.2 million years the stars are. I would say they've still got a wee while to go. I cannot understand why... What gives with this system? This is weird. Why can I not colonize this one, guys? What is the deal here? I don't know. Anybody get any thoughts? I was expecting it to maybe be barnacles or... Wow, there's nothing here. %100% discovered. What's going on? The eye. What's the eye all about? Information. What's that? What's that for? Maybe aye. It's maybe no. It doesn't know there's a primary port there. But I don't know what that I is. Aye. Aye. Sorry, that was the wrong thing. What was that? Vlog. Ah, okay. But I noticed it yesterday, so I'll relog. But I've noticed that I noticed the X before today, so it was. I think I picked up on it when I was setting the route because I realised when I set the route it was taking us to a red X, and I didn't know what it was. And I thought, given our location to um the Bargoid territories. Wonder how many other red X's are actually just stars like that. That's intriguing. I'm disappointed because there wasn't anything there. I'd hoped to find the lost civilization of Maya or the Aztecs or some shit like that would have been good. I need to go back into space. Hang on.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Is this aye? This is annoying me. I can't. Ooh. Bright orange yellow star. God, it might have. I don't know what it can do. There's not an ear. It's got 3 stars, and I think Fraser's right. I think it's bugged, but so there's another X, right? Let's go back up the trail a little bit, up the path. Where was the other one? The other one. Can you see the forest through? Yeah, hang on a minute. So that's the current end of the line. That one. Let's go back the way. Up this way. I'm sure there was another X I noticed. In fact, I think I wrote it to you. Like, I'm looking through past messages to try and find this system. That was when I was trying to fix the route because it went all to pot. I've got it. I see it. As sorry guys, I'm just trying to find a system, so curious if this red X is a nothing as well, or a coding anomaly. So let's go and check it. Oh no, wait a minute, that's not it at all. That's not the right message. Where the hell did I write that down? Yeah. Must have been further back. The disadvantage when you write a lot of shit is you can't find stuff. Oh, hang on, I've got it now. There it is there. There we go. Back. Look, X. Back. Just what? Let's see what this is. For that one, I don't understand why we can't colonise it, but it's interesting to notice we can't. Is there a reason? Is there something cloaked behind a wall of invisibility there? Is the secret civilization we don't know anything about hidden?
Frameshift drive charging.
All will be revealed in the next episode. So the X's mean you can't colonise them, right? But they don't mean you can't go to them. It's a bit strange, I guess. Oh.
Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, I'm a bit hot because I'm too close to the star. Oops. I need to tweak this build a bit. It's overheating a tad. It was built for kind of quickly for colonization.
Taking heat damage.
Well, this has got stuff. So at least there's something here, which is cool. Oh, back. A weird orbit. Oh,
System scan complete.
okay. How can we no colonize here? They colonize you back. Look. Methane magma. That's cool. There's nothing to land on. So why can we no colonize here either? Can we land there? This is a red X as well, yeah. Get it? Carbon dioxide geysers. Yeah. Geological features. Ah, wait a minute. Geological features. Geological features. What do you reckon? Barnacles? If this has got barnacles, Starcat must have came here. Oh, stop. Too quick. I think brain trees is okay to colonise. I don't think anything that with potential spire sites would be. Man, being this close to something that could spawn spires would be cool, don't you think? There's a system that had spires in it before. This one of the ones. I've kind of forgot about all that Fargoid War stuff. I don't remember where to find that information now. If there's something on the planet's surface, right, like barnacles or that, then I get it. That other one with nothing in it, I don't understand. Let's map this and see what we've got. Excuse me, I'm sneezing. Or Guardians, maybe?
Surface scanned by 50%.
Oh, come on, you're taking the fucking pish. Really? 8%? You're at the fucking madam.
Surface scan complete.
Boomerols. How would this no be colonisable? Let me check I've not come to the wrong system again. I'm beginning to doubt myself here. No, that is definitely a red X, right? Let me get rid of all this stuff so we can see it a bit clearer. Red X, right? Definitely a red X, and it's a colonisation red X. So it's invalid for colonisation. Why? How come? What's the beef with this system? Does it no normally tell you when it's Stargoids? It usually tells you, doesn't it, when it's Stargoids? Illogical. I have no answers. I don't understand why these are red X's. Oh. Oops. Wow. Have we discovered a mystery? Is it a coding bug? I'm intrigued. If we can get 88% again, right?
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan
Boomerangs,
complete.
teasers. Rusty Shackleford. What a great name. I mean, am I missing? What can it be? These are just the missions, so. Signal analyzer, concentrated signal source. What is it? What's this? This concentrated signal source I can't find. That's a second one I can't find. What is it? Is this something we don't have the tools to discover yet? What is it? Oh, what's this? Beacon. Ah. Must be part of an old chain, maybe. A beacon round a star, eh? Is this? Well, at least we found something. Go back to that other one and see if I can find that other thing as well. I wonder if that's a beacon as well. I wonder if it was leading us to the Adamastor or something like that. I just don't remember the systems. See if we get in the codex, huh? I think this was for us looking for something. This was some quest for something or other. And that's a triplet for a course, I think. Oh, there's something about this that's springing in memory now. Or is this a new thing? I don't know. Let's see the beacon, see if it's familiar. Yeah, but I think it's maybe been... I don't know how big this thing is. Looks big. This looks bigger than normal beacons. What the hell is this? See, there was guidance for some things. There was guidance for some things in the game, like the Adamastor or the meg. What do you call them? The dredgers and all that stuff. No, that's no bother, Andy. I made Phaser a mod because with a guy who was doing a wee bit of the hard sales, mate. So, and his immediate reaction was to protect me, so that's good enough for me. Although I wasn't going to go and give my bank account details out or anything like that, you know. But you never know. A moment of weakness could catch anybody out. Kind of, what is this? What is this system, Andy? What is this system? These look familiar to me, and I don't know why. And I'm on Cosmic, so there's a fair chance I've not done any of this stuff on him, but I'd have done it in Ecstasy. Private Beacon. EX805. AZB2. Yeah, that's a code. Hang on a minute, I do need to put something else up. Not letting me do any other types of scans on it, so. Give me a moment. I need to change tack here. I don't know what this is. And don't know what it's listening to, but it's not listening to me. that, that's not unusual, that, is it? These look familiar. Adamastor. One of these ship things. These look familiar. I don't know if they were exactly this type of design though. Go back to the first one. Now I kind of know what I'm looking for. Let me change something else. Right, Phaser, I'll catch you later. Let's go and find that other one and we'll do a trace on it as well. On my ear. Back where I was. Back to where I came from. Can I colonise these systems, and it's a mystery. Wrapped inside an enigma. But we found a beacon in that one, so there's a fair chance there's a beacon in this one as well. And I'm wondering if it was the old Adamastor tale.
Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging.
Put the guns away. Put the honky hang away.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Warning. Temperature critical. Frameshift drive charging.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop. Stop. Hang on.
Frameshift drive charging.
IO7 Phaser, thanks for watching, mate. But that's coming up for 10:15. I think we'll call it a day soon. We've got a mystery here, but I think it's something for before in the game, and I'll get a wee look on the web when I'm done just to see.
Frameshift drive charging. Temperature critical.
I'm expecting there to be another beacon here now. But I'm not exactly sure what it's a beacon for, so we're going to need to do some Googling, I think.
3, 2, temperature critical.
Like, we're a jump away if we can get fuel again, so that's cool. And we've got totally sidetracked, so let's find this. Let's find this thing that's here. No around the stars. Where the hell is it? There it is there. A beacon. Couldn't see it before. This is TXB06. So that means there's another few. There's another 4 of these at least floating about somewhere. I'm pretty sure this was to locate something. I'm fucked if I can remember what it was. Have a look online. I'll get a kilometre away from it honk again. Alright, let's get onto Google and see what this is. Yeah, Adamaster, I think it is. The Adamaster, that's what this was. Apparently they were added during the Guardians. Oh, where'd it go? Ah, one of the links doesn't work. I can't find anything about this. Really, it's a mystery. It's a mystery. I might have to do a wee bit of digging, guys. So, I didn't expect to find beacons. They do look familiar though. I don't understand these messages anymore. So, transmitter B6, transmitter B8, 5. Look pretty cool though. Let's see, what are we? 3 hours and 41 minutes in, so I think we'll call it here. We have a bit of a mystery, but it's probably something the game's had for a while. Although you're never exactly sure, I guess, really dangerous if they're dropping something new on us. So I'll do a little bit of Googling and stuff to see if we can see what's going on. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching, as always. I really appreciate it, guys. And I will see you guys the next time I stream, and hopefully I'll have some kind of answer to this little mystery here. Because at the moment, it's something unexpected. Kind of fun for the game. Anyway, for now, we're going to go, and thanks so much for watching again. You guys take it easy, and I'll see you the next time on Elite Dangerous.